This week at the off-grid cabin. The deeper we get into January,
I was afraid of this.
the more the math stops adding up. I've been trying to outpace the cold. The snow's been coming and going, but the cold has decided to stay. Every log I burn is a log I'm not replacing fast enough. The realization is finally starting to sink in.
I'm running out of wood.
This is exactly what I didn't want to happen.
Let me show you what's left. It looks a little bit like where the pile was when I started last summer. Time to get back to work.
This may be the most forgiving winter to figure out how much wood I actually need to stockpile to carry me through an entire winter. I still have plenty of downed trees that are dry and ready to cut up and use, but if the snow were at the levels they normally are this time of year, all of those trees would be buried.
I'll show you where we're at in the woodshed. There's still a ton of wood in there, but it is starting to dwindle.
Once the bitter cold hit, I quickly went from this to this. And as I work to keep from running out of wood, I am comforted by the fact that I'll never run out of power. That's where the new Bluetti Charger 2 comes in. The world's first 1200 watt car and solar dual charging smart energy hub. The Bluetti Charger 2 has turned my truck into a mobile power center, more than capable of meeting all my power needs, at home or on the go. The Charger 2 charges 13 times faster than a standard cigarette lighter charger, with a combined 1200 watts of power, 800 from your alternator while you drive, and 600 from solar. Even better, it's twice as powerful as the original Charger 1. For van lifers, wilderness enthusiasts, and off-gridders, that means your power station refuels in a fraction of the time, even on short drives between camp spots. But this isn't just a power station charger. The Charger 2 also charges your car. It features a reverse charge mode. If your truck battery dies in the cold or in the wilderness, you can use your power station to backfill and recharge your vehicle's battery to get it moving again. Plus, with the new battery link technology, it acts as the central brain for your entire setup, managing the flow between your solar panels, the truck, and your power station with total visibility in the app. The Charger 2 also has a park and power mode. Use your vehicle's battery as an energy source while the engine is off. Simply hook the Charger 2 directly to the battery terminals, using this included 75 amp fuse to keep the system protected. It uses voltage sensing to automatically cut power if the battery drops too low, and you can monitor the entire flow right in the Bluetti app. For those of you already running the Charger 1, upgrading is a breeze. It's plug and play, no rewiring. Just swap the units and you're instantly at 1200 watts. And now is the time to upgrade. Get the Charger 2 for just $139 for the rest of the month. If you're serious about mobile freedom, this is the bridge that connects you to that lifestyle. Check the link in the description to grab that launch deal today. Use code TOBY5OFF to get 5% off your purchase. Thank you to Bluetti for sponsoring today's video. Though they're slowly getting longer, these winter days are still short. I need to get more of this wood cut up before the sun goes down.
Something really fun when I run old Blue here out of gas. She doesn't want to start again for 24 hours. But that's okay. I have other things I can do in the wood department to continue today's progress. Fortunately, I really miss that Husqvarna.
I've had these rounds of fir sitting around since the summer harvest. I'd been avoiding them because they're tougher to split, so I thought I'd let them sit and get even more dry to make it a bit easier. But it still took several whacks for me to get a crack. Some of you are probably wondering why I'm just using this 3.5-pound axe instead of a maul. And the answer is something I learned last year. Mauls are not great for soft wood. In order to cut into this white fir, axe is the way to go. And yes, I burn a lot of fir and pine. Fir and pine is what I have, and it's what I'll continue to burn. The most important thing is that it's dry. I make sure to keep up on cleaning my chimney, and I'll link a video to my chimney cleaning process in this video's description. That'll do for today. Let's get these dogs out into the woods. Somehow, even in the midst of a system failure or facing a midwinter shortage of firewood, living this way still has a way of pulling you out of panic. It's like the oxygen from these giant trees force me to take deeper breaths. And when I do, I'm always reminded that there's no need to panic, that this forest supports me and everything I need is right here. Having some fresh cuts of wood to burn, for me, is a little bit like coming home from grocery shopping. You want a little sample of everything you got. I like to grab at least a piece of each tree I've cut up that day and see how it burns. Many of the coming days will look exactly like this for me. I need to take advantage of getting as much wood off the ground as I can before any serious snow hits. Sometimes I wonder where I'd be if things were easy. If my heat source came from the push of a button. But I find comfort in relying on the least technical systems, and know that for me right now, there's a lesson in the effort. With the fire lit and warming the cabin and my boots off, it's time to give this cabin a quick sweep and wind down for the day. When you live in the woods, it's important to make sure everyone is inside before nightfall. I have a tendency to overdo it, to spend an entire day chopping wood or sawing down trees. I've come to a point where I've learned to force myself to rest, to quit early before my body aches, so that I can pick up the work again the next day. See y'all later.